Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another first Descendant video. With Season 3 fast approaching and potentially a lot of new players coming to the game to check it out, I thought I'll make a guide to the monetization in the first Descendant because as a new player you need to be careful of one or two things and not waste money buying things that you can farm very easily in the game. The first Descendant is a free-to-play looter shooter and you can genuinely play the game completely free without ever spending a penny. However, you may want to consider picking up some cosmetics and things like that, but it is completely optional. There are no pay-to-win elements, there are no loot boxes, gacha elements, no paywall content. You don't have to buy expansions or anything. Completely free. You can get everything in the game like ultimate weapons, ultimate descendants, normal descendants, everything for completely free. The dog for farming and things like that. Now, in the shop section, you have a bunch of cosmetics and skins and stuff like that. However, if you go down here into the support items, this section I would not recommend you buy unless you see a drastic drop in prices. I mean ridiculously uh, reduced prices. In this game, the premium currency is called caliber. 50 caliber is $1. Okay, so $10 would be 500 caliber, 15 would be 750. The items here, these are items that are needed to level up your descendant, improve your builds and things like that. However, like I said, these are poorly priced, very terrible in terms of the pricing. I would not recommend you spend any money in this section at these prices. For example, the crystallization catalyst. This is an important item that is needed for building your descendants, your guns, and you need at least 7 or 8 per descendant per gun. And at 300, this is very expensive because you need quite a lot of them. And this can also be farmed very easily within the game. So let me show you my library and inventory. So if you see here in the section here under library, this basically shows you how much of something you have and where to go and farm them. So it shows you the acquisition info. So it shows you which mission, where you have to go to get these items. And then once you have all these items, you can research them within the game to get the items. I have 171 crystallizations catalysts ready, fully researched. And yeah, I haven't spent a penny buying these. And I've also used a ton of these on all my builds. So I have all the descendants in the game. I have built all of them. With Serena, I've used 18 crystallization catalysts, 10 on Ultimate Epic, 13 on Jaber, 14 on Kyle, 20 on Ultimate Bunny, Ultimate Clay. I've used 14, Ultimate Reina, 19. So basically all of this for free just by farming and having a daily routine. So most important thing, do not spend anything in this section unless the price has dropped by the time you're watching this video. Even then, if this was say maybe 25 caliber, I may consider getting a few here and there. Ideally, I want it to be even cheaper, like 10 caliber at best. However, keep in mind, this whole game is about grinding and farming stuff. So if you're paying to skip the grind, that is also kind of defeating the purpose in my opinion. But if it was very cheap, I may also consider one or two here and there. Now, besides this, you have the usual skins, cosmetics for your descendants. And this is completely up to you if you like buying skins to, customize your descendants or just support the devs. That is completely up to you. I'll leave that. I'll just mention how they are set up so you understand which ones to buy. So as I mentioned, 500 caliber is $10, 750 is 15. The skins come in the game in different ways. Basically, you have individual skins per descendant. So if you buy this skin, it'll be 750 and only be used with Serena. If you get this companion set, this is a universal skin. If you buy this skin for 450, you can use it with any of the descendants, whether it's male or female. So for example, you can use it with the Serena without head skin, you can use it with Sharon, you can use it with Lepic, and you can customize them individually as well. And so this is very good value if you like the skin. Then you also have individual universal sets, meaning all the females can use this set, all the males can use this set. So 750, a rock and roll style outfit. And so you can use it with any of the male descendants if you buy it once. These are good value in my opinion. I usually only buy these universal sets. It makes your life a little easier. You also have some premium skins for the ultimate descendants. Now these ones are interesting. Sometimes they have bundles. Now the normal default ultimate descendant skin you can get when you unlock the descendant. They often come up with an alternate outfit, and they have bundles where you include both the things. However, if you have the base ultimate, you get a discount. These are a little more expensive if you wanted to buy them. They have special bundles. Now this one here is for the same ultimate Freyna. I have already found ultimate Freyna, so this drops the price of the bundle. It's still very, very expensive. I have to buy it. You get this head skin and the other skin, and you get some other items here. So this is a back attachment. I think this is pretty cool. However, it's too expensive in my opinion at 500 caliber, so I haven't bought it. Then you have things like spawn animation. Again, looks nice, but it's too expensive for me. I don't like the cost. It's like 400 caliber, meaning $8. And then you have, they're giving you these expensive things again. Next, we have these items, the Descendant slots. Now, in the game, when you start for the first time, you have 10 Descendant slots available. I have bought a few. And also, every time there is a new Descendant launching, they give you one free Descendant slot. This costs you 50 caliber, meaning $1. So it's not too bad. You can buy this. I don't mind spending 50 for something like this. However, there are a few other things that I think are too expensive. There is this preset slot. So you can set up your Descendant with the right guns and components and the dog and the reactor. And then this will be basically your loadout. You can equip this instantly without having to individually put all these pieces together. However, they only give you 11 preset slots if you reach Mastery Rank 29, which is the highest level. Of course, you can buy them, but the price is a little too much in my opinion. 150 for a preset slot is just too much. There are 19 different Descendants. Some of them can have multiple different builds. So ideally, I would like something like 50 to cover all my builds. But 150 per slot is just too much. If this was 50 like the Descendant slot, I wouldn't mind. And if they gave away a few more, that wouldn't be bad either. Also keep in mind, they give you a lot of items within the game. They always have some sort of event running just for logging in, just for playing for a little bit. You will get a bunch of items. So you can see here, every day we get like an ultimate gun package. So you can pick out an ultimate gun. It'll save you on the farming. This is an emote. Then you can see all these items that I showed you in the support shop section. These they're giving you away for free. A skin for a gun, and then the last one here is a skin for Ines. So basically, you can get a lot of items for free and a lot of items by grinding. The only thing I would say to buy would be the battle pass, perhaps. So again, 500 calibers for this one, for the premium version. And you get 300 caliber back. So you spend $10, you get 6 back, and then you can use that for the next season's pass or something. And if you like any of the skins, and these are completely, they'll not affect the gameplay in any way. So I don't think there's an issue with that. Again, up to you if you like a skin or not, or whether you want to buy the battle pass. The battle pass does contain an ultimate gun that is usually very, very powerful. However, even if you don't buy the battle pass, you can get 3 copies of the gun for free on the free track. So you will get the gun. It will not be fully enhanced. However, after 2 seasons, you can farm the gun in the game. It becomes available as a normal loot, and you can just grind it as usual. So basically, there isn't anything as such here that you could consider a paywall or something like that. So yeah, so the main thing I wanted to mention, and the reason for making this video, is do not buy the stuff here. If you see 300 for this, if you see 20 or 10, then maybe it's okay, because it might get updated with season 3. I doubt many people are falling for this. Maybe a brand new player who has just started and isn't aware and is refusing to look at any guides or YouTube or Reddit or anywhere. But everybody who has played the game would recommend against this. Do not spend money here. Hopefully they make it more reasonable and give people a reason to spend money here. But other than that, you can get anything else you want. But yeah, that's a quick guide to the monetization in the first Descendant for anybody new here. Hopefully it saves you unnecessary wastage of your money. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. See you next time.